Good morning, class. Welcome back. So we shall do exercise 12.2, question number 10 to 12. So this is the first question given. An umbrella has 8 ribs. Clear? So the ribs that they're talking about is this black line. You can see this is the rib that they're talking about. It has 8 ribs. So see, this is 1 rib, this is 1 rib, this is 2 rib, 3 rib, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ribs. Clear with that? The ribs, so which are equally spaced. They're equally spaced, okay? So the space, they're all equal, okay? That means equally spaced means the angles are going to be the same. Their angles are going to be the same. Assuming umbrella to be a flat circle of radius. So you assume this given. Let me try to change it into a laser pen pointer. So this, okay, this is given. Assuming umbrella to be a flat circle. So flat circle of radius 45 centimeter. So this given radius is going to be 45 centimeter. Clear? This from this point to this point is 45. From this point to this point is again 45. All these radius are 45 centimeter. Find the area between the two consecutive ribs of the umbrella. It's a fairly simple question. All you have to do is just sit and think for a bit, okay? Between two consecutive ribs. So you see, what is consecutive by the term consecutive? When you talk about consecutive, it's one after the other, right? So after 1, 2 comes in, then 3 comes in. It follows an order. It's an order, right? It's an order, okay? Not in the sense I'm ordering to do something, but it's an order, okay? It's like the rules or an order of how you stand, okay? Or yeah. So the two consecutive means after 1 comes, what is the next consecutive number that will come? 2. So we're asked to find the area of two consecutive ribs, means this rib and this rib. So we'll have to find the area of this. Got it? Very easy, right? It's fairly simple. The area of two consecutive rib. So this rib is 1, then the next consecutive rib is 2. So this. So we have to find the area of this. Clear? So you write the solution. Find out what is given first. You have radius is 45 centimeter. Now 45 centimeter. Now what do you know about this? Again, if you fairly look into it, the theta, the angle theta, how many ribs are there? What is mentioned here? All these ribs are going to be equally spaced. That is what is specifically already mentioned. But what do we understand by all the different? We have done so many questions related to this, right? If I take one turn, okay, I start from this rib 2 and I take a complete turn like this, what angle will it form? It will form angle 360 degree. Clear? I think in some videos I've already shown you. This is 90 degree. So if I extend again, if I draw here, this becomes 90 degree. So this is 90 degree. Now this is also 90 degree. Now again you draw another straight line. So this is going to be 90 degree and this is also going to be 90 degree. So you count, you add all of them. So this complete circle will give you what? 360, because 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90, or 90 into 4 will give you 360 degree. Clear? So even this uses that same concept, okay? So you can write this as all the 8 ribs. So how many angles, how many thetas are going to be there? Let's count this, okay? Let's name that theta. Clear? So you see, this is 1 angle theta, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8, okay? There are going to be 8 angles. So you can say all these 8 theta, after complete revolution you'll get it as 360 degree. So if you want to find out the value of 1 theta, you have to just divide it by 8, okay? So you'll be getting this as 8 into 4, 8 4 32 and 8 5 40. So 45 degrees. So theta is 45 degree, okay? So here you can wrap it off and you can take all these given angles to be 45 degrees. So this is 45 because they are equally spaced, okay? So this is 45. And then if you're still not convinced, you add all these 45, okay? How many times you have to add? You have to add 8 times. So you add 45, 45, 45, 45, you add it, you must get it equivalent to 360. Clear? All right? So this is what you have. Therefore, now you can just write area between the two consecutive ribs, okay? The two consecutive ribs. This is going to be equal to theta by 360 into pi r square, okay? All right. So for this, now you can just substitute the value. So this will give you 45 degree by 360 degree into pi, stick with 22 by 7, okay, 360 into the radius is given as 45 centimeter, 45 centimeter into 45 centimeter. Clear up to this much? So now you can do the cancellation part, okay? So let's see. 45 into 8, let's just see. 45 into 8, okay, 45 into 8 is 360. 2 into 4 to 11. So this is what you have, okay? So you're left with 11 into 45 centimeter into 45 centimeter divided by 7 into 4. So you calculate that 45 into 45 into 11 is 22,275 centimeters square by 28. Okay, clear? Don't take the fractions, okay? Don't write it in terms of decimal point. This is 22. There's no comma. This is not a point, okay? It's just a comma indicating 22,275. Okay, so for huge values, you just keep this as it is. Okay, so quickly now we'll move on to this question. Okay, now if you can look at this given graph, this diagram that I've given you, they have given a car has two wipers which do not overlap. So this is the wiper, right? A car has two wipers. Each wiper has a blade of 25 centimeters. So look at this and compare this and this. Okay, so they have the length of the blade is 25 centimeters. So this is 25 and 25. So this, okay, this is 25, this is also 25, sweeping through an angle of 150. So as they are sweeping like this, they are sweeping, right? What happened is they form this. You can focus on this, okay? The angle that this formed, the maximum angle that is formed is 115. Clear? Now therefore you are asked to find the total area of each sweep of the blade. We're asked to find the total area. So we have to find the area of this total. See, when you look at this given graph, the car wipe is actually covering this. From here it's covering to this much, right? You focus on this, it's covering almost the entire part. So we have to cover the end. We have to find the area of the total area. Okay, therefore you see, you compare this and this. Okay, I hope you're not confused. So this will keep on moving and forward. Okay, it will move back and forth. So we're asked to find the total area. Now if you look at this again looks like a sector, right? So how to find this out? You have solution. You write down the radius. Okay, the blade of the length. The length of the blade is 25, so that automatically becomes the radius. So radius must be equivalent to 25 centimeter. Apart from that, the theta, the angle they have given it as 115 degree. Okay, clear up to this much? Now, so since we're asked to find the total area cleansed at each sweep, so therefore the total area cleansed at each sweep of the blades. So you look at this total area. Look at this. They have the same measurements. They're also covering the same area, right? They're covering. See, let's see. This is. Look at this. I'll just draw a line here. You look at this given line. This swiper is covering this half of it, and this swiper is covering the remaining half, right? So we are asked to find the total area. That means you have to multiply. Now they have the same measurements, they form the same angle. So what you can do is you can just multiply it with 2, because we're now talking about two areas. We're not only talking about one sector, we're talking about two sector now. So you have to multiply 2, or if you're confused, you can add the 2. Okay, not really a problem. See, 2 plus 2 will give you 4, but 2 into 2 will also give you 4. Clear? So you have the liberty, okay? Or 2 times 3 will give you 6, and if you add 2 3 times, this will also give you 6. Clear? So here you can multiply it with 2. I'll multiply it with 2. If you're confused, you can first find the area of this sector, then find the area of this sector, and then add them up, such that when you add them up, you'll end up getting the total area, right? So the area of a sector is 30 into theta by 260 into pi r square. Okay, so let's find it out. So 2 into the value of theta was 115 degree divided by 360. They have mentioned that they have not mentioned anything, so we'll take it as 22 by 7. The radius is 25 centimeter into 25 centimeter. Okay, clear up to this much? Okay, now let's see. 2 into 1, okay, 160, okay, 160, the answer will be 160, 180, okay, sorry, 180, then 22 to 11, and then this will become 90, then 5 into 5 into 18 will give you this, and then you have here 18, 5 into 5, okay, 5, wait, let me rub that off, 5 into 5, okay. So I don't think you can cancel any more. Yes, you cannot cancel. Let's see, 11, 115, can we cancel it by 3? No, we cannot. 11, 3, 9, then 11, no, we cannot cancel it. So we're left with this. That means we're left with 115 into 11 into 5 into 5 centimeter into 25 centimeter divided by 18 into 7. So you can multiply that. So 115 into 11 into 5 into 25 will give you 1,58,125 divided by 18 into 7 is equivalent to 126. Now again, centimeter and centimeter square. Clear? Remember, with the SI unit is very important, okay? Since we're talking about what? We're talking about the total area. The SI unit will always be expressed in terms of centimeter square. Even here, by mistake also, if you write 1,58,125 divided by 126 centimeter, then your answer becomes wrong. Clear? So quickly we'll move on to the last question for this video. That is this. See, to warn ships, okay, for underwater rocks, okay, a lighthouse spreads a red color light. So this is the red color light at a sector angle of 80 degree, okay, to a distance of 16.5. So this red light is going up to how long? It's going up to 16.5 kilometer, okay. That means they are warning ships, okay. So suppose this is a ship, they are warning ships, okay, something like this. They are warning ships of rocks here. Clear? Okay, so what happens when the ship hits with a rock? Then the ship will get damaged and it may sink. For example, like the Titanic movie, they hit an ice cube and then the ship sank. So same thing, even if it's a rock, if a ship collides or it dashes with some stones, with underwater rocks, and the ship would sink, okay, or it would be damaged. So it's serving as a warning. So we're asked to find the area over the sea which the ship wants, the area of the sea, okay. So we're asked to find this given area, okay. We're asked to find this area. Alright, we're asked to find this area of this. So this in a way is a sector, okay. Clear? This is a sector. So you can write it as solution. So what do you have for theta? You have theta as 80 degree. What do you have for radius? The radius is also given. It is given as 16.5 kilometer. So therefore the area, okay, of the sea over which the ships are warned, this is going to be equal to the same formula as sector only. Clear? So it is, see, the light will not go to the entire sea. If you can, you imagine a lighthouse, it will not reach the entire sea. It will just cover a certain area, right? Even for the same case, you think of the lights in the car, it will only bright out a certain area, and if you pay close attention to it, it forms like an arc, okay. Every light you can see, it forms like an arc. Example, a torchlight. If you extend a torchlight like that, you see that it will form something like this, right? It will end up forming like this, a ray of light that looks like a sector. Okay, so what is theta in the case of this? It is 80, and then this is 360. They have mentioned, okay, whenever it's mentioned, you please use that values, okay. They are mentioning it for a purpose, so they have asked us to use pi as 3.14. Radius is 16.5 kilometer into 16.5 kilometer. So you can cancel this. Now 4 2s are 8 and 2 9. Okay, so you can just multiply that. Okay, I wouldn't suggest you to further open up anything. So okay, so you can just multiply this. So wait, okay, I'll do the multiplication for this in case some of you are confused with multiplication, because there's a lot of decimal point. I'm pretty sure some of you can do it easily, but for those of you who are struggling, still not very well versed with multiplication, let me do this for you. Okay, so I'll show it on the screen itself. Okay, so now you see. Let's go to the next page. Okay, so what do you have to multiply? You first multiply it 3. Forget about the decimal points right now. Okay, dip into 2. So this will give you 8, 2 and 6. Now the next value that you have is 16.5. So you go with 165. So 0 4, or else let's do one thing. Okay, maybe will it make any difference? Not really. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I can see one easy way to do it. 2 into 3.14. Let's do one thing. Okay, I'll take the decimal point. So instead of 16.5, can I write it as 165 by 10 kilometer? I can just see the multiplication for this. That's why. And this is going to be 165 kilometer by 10 again. Okay, decimal points. Remember what happens if it's 165 by 10. This is the same thing as 16.5. If it's 165 by 100, this is the same thing as 1.650. So depending on how many zeros, the decimal points will also matter. Okay, so divided by 9. So I did this because see, 3 into 55 is actually 165. Again, 3 into 55. Now you look at this. 2 into 5 is 10. 5 into 11 is again 5 into 11 is 55. 5 into 2 is 10, and 5 into 11. So see, we have made our work much more easier, right? So finally we're left with 3.14 into 11 kilometer into 11 kilometer divided by 2. So instead of doing the huge calculation, let's do this. Okay, it's much more easier. So 11 into 11 is actually 121. So you do one thing, you try to remember, okay, the square values of this. 11 square means 11 into 11 is 121 into 314. So 314. Okay, so 4 2 times 8, 4 1 4 1 2 and 1. Then 3 times 3 6 and 3. So you have 4 9 4 5 6 9 7 3. So 3 9 3 7 9 9. Okay, 3 7 9, and this is 4. Okay, not 9, it looks like 9, but 3 9 9. Okay, so you have this as 37994 divided by 2 kilometer square. So you do the you divide it. Okay, since it's a small number, so you can do the division here. It should not be that difficult. 2 into 1s are 1, so you're left with 17. 2 times 8 is 16, so you're left with 19. 2 times 9 is actually 18, so 19. 2 times 9 is again 18, so you're left with 1. And 2 times 7 is 14. Okay, so we're done with 18 point. Now look at this. You have 2 decimal points. After the decimal points, you have 2 integers, so you have to put a mark. You have 2 numbers, so you'll have to put a point after two numbers. Okay, so similarly for this, you got this as 899.7 kilometers square. So after decimal points, 2 numbers are there, so after decimal points you have to add this 2 number. Clear? So this is going to be the answer for this given question. So the remaining last 2 questions I'll do in the next video.